Hello guys and welcome to episode 71 of my Rome 2 Total War campaign with the Iceni tribe. Today we're going to be starting with the Iron Winds, and I'm actually going to try and take over the city of Hierra with my navy. I'm not sure how well this is going to go, but their actual ground forces aren't that strong. They've got mob and they've got lots of skirmish units, which will easily be killed by my levy freeman and my admiral, which is painted ones. They've got naval units though, and those are really what might give me a bit of trouble. As some of you may know, I'm not the biggest fan of attacking on sea because I find that the AI sort of is able to manage their ships a lot better than the player, due to bugs on the player side of things. Either way, we'll see how it goes, and we're going to go ahead and fight this on the battle map. So the Sardas are my enemies today. See, we are of course deploying from the sea. Now what I am actually going to plan to do is to get my main force of levy freemen and my general behind, and then the missile ships all in front. And that way what I can do is keep at a distance from the enemy ships and hopefully kill them off before they get too close to ram me, and that's what ends up losing me a lot of people. Now in this case I should be okay because I have plenty of ships, but it's going to be a matter of time really, rushing all my ships ashore while my missile ships take care of the enemy ships. That's going to be the plan here. So going to get all of these guys to land, and we're going to get these ships to go and target the enemy ships. Now the enemy ships might go ahead and land their troops, which would actually benefit me a lot more, because like I say, the actual naval combat isn't really my kind of thing. I don't like it very much at all. If they do land, I will probably just send all my slingers to fire from the boats onto those troops. You see here they are indeed actually landing their troops onto the shore. So they're just light peltasts, and they've got javelin men as well. Could you imagine being on this shore and just seeing all these ships come towards you? Don't think they stand much of a chance, to be honest. There is a lot of missile troops, a lot of mob. Maybe they just outnumber me or something, but in all honesty, I don't really see how they're going to win, or how the actual balance bar showed it in their favour rather than mine.
To the shore.
So we're getting close now. My men should be able to start firing actually. Get my men a bit closer, and then we'll put them on quick reload.
Ancestors, hear us!
Tell the slingers all to target this javelin men unit. That'll get disintegrated in 2 seconds. And meanwhile, let's go back to the land units now that they're all off their boats, and we can start to line them up ready to attack the enemy. Okay, let's stop these guys. We're going to go ahead and land the boats on the shore. This will give my slingers time to attack their lines as they are defending in this square. Here we go, all off the boats now. As soon as these guys are lined up, we'll start moving them into the city as well. See, what I'll do is I'll probably tell them to move there straight away, because otherwise we'll be wasting time. These painted ones will basically have to be used to swing the tide of this battle, because the levy freemen are very weak, but the painted ones and the general with all his abilities will really make it much easier for me to kill off the enemy forces. So let's just have a look. We got Intimidate, we've got Inspire, we've got Warcry. All those kind of things are going to make it hard for the enemy to keep up their morale enough to defend their city. So it looks like we're in range here to fire on their militia hoplites, and that's what I'm actually going to do.
Bathe the earth with their blood!
It might be worth attacking their missile troops with my missile troops, but I really want to kill off some of these militia hoplites, as they are going to be a big issue for me if we get into close hand-to-hand combat. Seems I'm able to do quite a lot of damage. Yeah, this unit is taking a lot of deaths, especially on this side. They should really be holding their shields more forwards rather than above them, because at the moment it just seems like they're just getting hit in the stomach. Okay, what I'm going to do is line up all my slingers on that side. I'm going to make these slingers run all the way to the front. These men, we're going to get 4 units onto this street, and we're going to get the rest to move this side and engage with the militia hoplites. I've had to retreat these slingers because they were going to engage my men. And I have to do the same on this side, and if I'm not careful they're going to get trapped. However, what this might do is draw their units out, which will then allow me to flank them with my own units and therefore crush them much easier. Especially if I manage to line up these slingers so that they can fire into the back of these militia hoplites. We'll send a couple of units this way, a couple of units this way.
Our general is under attack.
So we're just going to charge in here. These guys need to keep running.
Ready for battle. Freemen!
These levy freemen are going to come around behind my advance in the middle.
Levy freemen! Spearmen!
To make sure that my levy freemen spread out a bit more. Okay, we're doing well. Tell my levy freemen to charge into the back of them. This should crush them around in the centre here. Now I can get my general to help out as well, because he's just broken this light peltash unit.
Slingers!
They're going to keep these slingers running away,
Battle is turning in our favor.
drawing their general away.
Missile warriors!
And while these slingers are fighting, I'm going to use these other slingers to fire into the back of them. Okay, so it looks like we crushed the army in the middle, and with them all routing, we've actually won the day, much more convincingly than I thought we would. It was actually quite convenient then, that they landed on the shores rather than try to ram some of my boats, which would have probably won them that battle. But no, that was very good. I think I did reasonably well there to make sure that that was a decent victory. So we're just going to continue for a little bit, see if we can get a few more kills onto these men, make them a bit more experienced. So we're just going to speed it up as we mow down the fleeing men. I'm going to tell my slingers to actually engage by hand to massacre the rest of the men that are running away. Okay, so that's about it. Let's quit the battle there. Decisive victory. We lost 96 men. They lost 1,206. That's actually the first naval invasion that I've ever done, I think, in order to actually take over a settlement. That was actually pretty fun. Not knowing whether it was actually going to be as easy as I may have thought it might have been made it very interesting to play, and I think that might have come across as I was playing the game. I had to be much more tactical than I would normally do, just taking over a city with my big armies. Either way, we're going to go ahead and probably just occupy straight away, because I'm not sure how well a navy is going to be able to control the public order in this province. So my allies actually hold Athene and Sparta, which basically means that I'm not going to be able to take over the rest of the province. And that's not that much of an issue. It just means I need to make sure that there is definitely a building in here that will be a shrine so that we can control the happiness. So other than that, we're going to convert this farm to a farm of our own culture. We're going to convert to a fishing village, and we're going to convert to a barbarian hamlet. And that is that. I might have to just quickly make an army there in order to control the happiness, but I'll see what it's like next turn after the occupation has worn off. Okay, let's have a look at the rest of my units. I've already moved all of my agents in this turn. But now we just have to have a look at what we can do with our armies. So, spear runners are staying there. The naval stags are staying there. We've got the consorts of Morrigan. Now this is an interesting one. I'm probably going to move my army in Jerusalem up to attack Tyros, and then move the consorts of Morrigan to take their place. So we're going to put them into a normal stance, and we're going to move these guys out. We're going to go and attack Tyros out of force march stance. And meanwhile, the consuls of Morrigan can move into Jerusalem. Okay. So this is part of Syria. So that'll be Antioch, Tyros, Dura, and Palmyra. So that'll be that one, that one, that one. And where is Dura? Ah, Dura is here. Okay. So that'll be a nice province to take over. Petra, however, has been taken over by the Mist of Doom, so we may as well change the culture of the buildings to suit our own. That will help the happiness in Nabatea. Now we're going to go and take Hierra and Charmuthas in order to complete that province. I need to start thinking about using the provincial edicts to make sure that my expansion continues at a good rate so that I can actually complete the campaign in a timely manner. So here I'm actually going to make this something that gives me more money. We're going to go with a brine distiller. We're going to upgrade these farms and the fishing village. Actually, they're boat yards, so that's not actually that important, but I'll still do it anyway. But we'll look for some farms to upgrade, because currently we only have 25 food left. Which is not good at all. That means that we could starve very easily. So I'm going to upgrade this fishing village. Basically clicking around to find provinces that look like they can be upgraded. Okay, so that looks promising. And now we can control the Will of Andrasta as they attack Tyros. So they have a very nice navy that's going to be helping defend. Then they have a garrison army and the garrison fleet. I have a feeling that although their army is really nice, it's not actually going to matter that much, as we have ballistas and a pretty strong army actually, even if they are levy freemen. But they do have a very nice unit rank, so they're going to be very powerful nonetheless. So let's go ahead and fight this on the battle map. So let's start the deployment with it being dry. I'm not going to go anywhere near the sea. I'm going to force them to land their ships in order to engage me, as I think they actually have a couple of ships with catapults. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. We're just going to line up our men. My ballistas amongst them all. Going to get the painted ones behind, and the cavalry on the flank, and the general behind as well. Okay, so there's our army set up. I'm going to click start battle and see if we can find anything to shoot at. So it looks like their army might be in range, and that will allow my ballistas to actually fire upon them. We're actually going to stop them until they stop. Otherwise, it's likely that they'll miss. And as you can see, the units, because they're going behind cover, won't actually be able to be seen as well.
You have our spears.
But in the meantime, let's start wandering my men up. This looks so cool. I'm just like advancing from the ballistas. This makes them look awesome. Advancing on another Seleucid settlement. Right, now let's get these ballistas and start giving them targets as they seem to be settling down. Fire at the biggest clump of men we can see. Seems to be on this side of things. I'm going to get my cavalry actually to run round to this side in order to scout out the square and give my ballistas targets to fire at. These levy pikemen seem to be stationary and quite close together, so if I use normal rounds, I should absolutely annihilate them. Now, someone recommended that I try using normal rounds instead of explosive rounds. Like, explosive rounds are really pretty and they make people fly, but they're not actually as effective at killing as normal stones. And in this position, these levy pikemen are actually creating quite a nice target for the rocks to fly through and hit multiple units. See, that's ending up doing a lot of damage. This levy pikeman unit already down to 60 men. Looks like they might rout. One more shots there. I'm going to aim at these eastern slingers on the left side here. I need to make sure that my veteran riders don't get engaged by the sea units. So these spear units, what I want to do is engage them with levy freemen first, and then push my painted ones through in order to cut them up a bit. You can see I'm splitting my army again. Two paths of attack. Select the ballistas. Give them new targets. We're actually going to target these eastern spearmen. See how much damage that does as they come in. Actually hit the peltas instead. And they're very spread out. And in this case, I think maybe using explosive shots might be a better idea. And I can target the troops more effectively.
Missile warriors! Move it! Levy!
Get these levy freemen out of the way of the slingers. And we can use the slingers to attack their missile units. Okay, slingers, please attack decent units. We're going to put them on quick reload. You can hear them all firing pretty much non-stop because of the quick reload, and that's going to tear apart those units.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
See, because there's so many of them dying, their morale falling very fast. And I pretty much just ordered my ballista unit to run and attack people, which isn't what I want to do. Okay, let's select these units now.
One of our units
Tell them to charge. Got the levy freemen to go in first, and then the painted ones will follow. Okay. Just going to reline up these slingers, and then they can fire at who the hell they want. And now we're going to charge towards these levy pikemen on the right side with these levy freemen at the same time. I'm actually going to move forwards my general. Probably should have done that a lot sooner. Completely forgot about him. Now my levy freemen and painted ones are engaged. We can use the slingers to target any missile units that are causing an issue. So we've got some archers here firing into my men. We've got the peltas there as well. We're actually going to target all of my slingers onto this general unit. That should end up being very favourable, because if I cause this to rout, then most of their army will as well.
The battle is turning in our favour.
I'm going to just spread out the targets of the slingers. Continue my men running forwards. Spread out their targets as they run away. Stop the slingers from firing. Seems they're fleeing. It looks like I might have a chance to charge into the side of these spearmen and the ground forces. I'm going to put a frenzy charge on. And boom. Their army is crushed between all my men. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to end the battle there. Decisive victory. That's another settlement. That is ours. We lost 443 men. They lost 2,017. We're actually going to sack this one. I'm going to sack it again. I destroyed their navy though. That's very helpful. Let's go ahead and sack it. And attack again. Sort of resolve it with a balanced stance. And Tyros is ours. Okay, let's sort out the buildings here. First off, we're going to probably repair it, but I need to actually downgrade it first. We'll repair both of these and repair this as well. And then we can just convert them to shrines. And this needs to be downgraded so it can be converted into a barbarian village. Okay, so that's good. We're making ground pretty swiftly, actually. And we can move on to having a look at our other armies and see if they have an opportunity to attack. And this one's very depleted. I'm actually going to put him into a forced march stance, and we're going to get him back towards Tyros.
Getting on our way.
Then we're going to, yep, just leave him there. We've got Braucus's Vanquishers in range to attack Trapezos. So we're going to do that. Braucus's Vanquishers shall take another city for the cause. Let's jump straight in and assault this on the battle map. So it's raining. Wait, see if we can get it nice and dry. Fog and dry. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Now we can just get our men to line up in the gap with my heroic nobles at the front. We're not going to waste much time with this battle because I feel we have an overwhelming advantage. So let's start straight away. We'll get all my men to just run forwards. Looks like they're reforming towards the plaza. These two missile units can be run down by my scout riders. I'll probably break off a sword band unit as well, just to help out. Okay, let's take 3 spear band and put them there. These 3 as well. Get these guys to go over here instead of these ones, so it's easier to control. And we get the sword band and my general to go here with the other 3 spear units. Skirmishers aren't going to really end up doing much, so I might just tell them to run all the way to the other side. Now we're going to charge down all these guys. Frenzy charge. And they're pretty much going to be dead very quickly. So we just ran through this Eastern Javelinman unit. I'm going to turn back now and attack them because they're attacking me. We need to engage both of them at the same time. Otherwise, it'll be a bit of an issue and my Scout Rider unit will probably die. But it looks like we managed to rout one, so the second one's not going to take much longer. Let's get my general to engage, so he's being attacked. Get all these men to charge down. Skirmishers to stand behind the men actually as they engage. We're going to inspire the sword band unit, and then we're going to put the general into a frenzy. He just crushed this Eastern Spearman unit. We're going to just charge through and hit their levy pikemen. And because all of their units are at the back here, all the missile units, I'm actually going to bring my Scout Riders around and try and hit those. We're going to have to try and break through at the front here so that we can charge into the back of these levy pikemen that are holding up against my front line. It won't last very long once they get hit in the back. Yep, then they go straight away. Routing as soon as they get hit. And now it's just this last missile unit. It's going to get charged by my scout riders. And there they go. End battle. Decisive victory. And victory is ours. So 50 losses for us, 1,206 for them. That's 3 villages taken for our cause. Gonna sack. And we're gonna occupy Trapezoz. Auto resolve it with an aggressive stance. Trapezoz is ours. Bravo. Now let's sort out the buildings again. This is a completely new province, so again we're going to have to repair the shrine. We'll actually dismantle the workshop. We'll repair the trade port or the harbour. And we'll repair the settlement as well. Okay. And that has unfortunately been my time. So, we actually done very well to get 3 more settlements in this one episode. We now only need 16 more settlements in order to win the game. We're going to have to sack 12 of those. And then overall victory will be ours. So that's about it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.